Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you. Good morning, everyone. But besides my subpar singing, I still enjoy to do that. So I love to start the day with movement, with sunlight, with like singing or whatever. I know it's cheesy, but like I love to just wake up and just like either I just wake up relaxed or I wake up, get moving, and just embrace the day. Like I don't really, everyone's like morning routine. It's like, well, that's beneficial to have a good morning routine, but for me, I'm so regimented already that I kind of have my own morning routine that I know as long as I wake up, I move, I smile, I try to start the day laughing with positivity, not negative. So I do tend to think like check bank account information early in the day and stuff like that because I own a business that is responsible and good. But I try to calmly do all that. So I'm not just like and like go, let's go get that money, like too hardcore. Like my instructor, I have a mentor who is he's from the Czech Republic, and so he'd always say, "Move forward like a shark." Which I love it. I freaking love that saying. It's like, you gotta be powerful. You're a hunter. You always move forward like you're a shark. You make progress always. And that's why he is a wealthy multimillionaire who helps thousands of people. Like, coolest guy I've ever met. My hero, and we were shockingly similar personality because he has OCD as well. But with all that being said, speaking about moving forward like a shark, so this is a great cigar. I've really been enjoying it. There's some great fruity notes to it. This is a Saint Laurent. It's a Carinas. It's a Toro, I believe. Very tasty. In my left hand, this is a coffee, but it is decaf, half calf. I'm trying to calm myself down and keep my caffeine intake under like 45 milligrams a day. So this will put it right at 45 to maybe 50 milligrams at most. So that seems reasonable. So I'm not like all day and just running around in circles and pretending I'm being productive when I'm not, being wired and being irritable. Because I'm already pretty aggressive as a human being. So I don't know if I need that much more aggression in my life. But so something, guys, about cigars. So if you're a guy like me, you're really type A. So I'm assuming a lot of guys on here are probably that way, or you're high strung. A lot of people are type A. We suffer from bad anxiety. We see things that can go wrong. A lot of people who work jobs that are, more on the high paying scale tend to be that way, or you put in management position or like sales even, stuff like that. The reason we're so good at it is because we're so proactive, because we see all the problems as they come up, and that's something that helps you business wise tremendously. And so it makes you you check your books, it makes you track everything, your orders, everything, your taxes, blah blah. You stay on top of this stuff. Like it's with you read Tim Ferriss, he's like super insanely OCD, even more so than me. That oftentimes is a trait that converts super well into entrepreneurship because you're so proactive all the time and you're wired to just go, but also you're wired to see for the future, to assess your problems as they come up, and to grow and everything else. And so that's beneficial. So for me, because I own a business, I've always struggled with slowing down because I get wired too much and I kind of run around circles after a while if I let myself go too hard. So a cigar for me is so beneficial because it forces me to slow down and think. And so as I'm shooting this video talking to you guys, I'll talk to you, but also in the back of my mind, it allows me to process tasks I need to get done, things I want to do for the business, like things I've been working on, branding, stuff like that. And so that's so beneficial. And so I used to find myself for years when I had less stress. I'm just better at handling now, thankfully, for the most part. So for years, I found myself falling back on similar habits like this, but I didn't smoke cigars the same way. And I'd need time to meditate, which I still do. Need time to meditate. I need time just to sit alone for like an hour in the morning or like 45 minutes just to clear my head, to get my thoughts in order. And a cigar is a great way of giving myself a treat while doing the same thing. So I still will do that, like, because I don't want to have cigars daily. I try to minimize it to 3-4 days a week. But so I'm not like amped up all the time. But a cigar allows me to sit back and process everything, to plan, to think on my tasks, what I need to get done, and so it helps my productivity tremendously with that alone. But also the important thing, as I said, like we all know, it's me time. This is something I can have me time. I can enjoy. I can laugh. I can sit in the morning and listen to nature or talk to you guys, whoever it may be. So that's why our cigar is really cool. So if you're considering trying one, like don't feel pressure to try one, but they are really excellent. And if you are a guy and you're really type A, or you're an avid reader like I am, like guys, like I read Dostoevsky at the beach. Like that's who I am. I'm very goofy, but I read Dostoevsky for fun. I love that because it's like so like story. So my mom left my dad when I was a kid, so we left my dad. And we moved from Texas to Virginia. And so, weird situation, we actually lived in a tenured professor's basement. But long story with that. But he is an English literature professor, and he also would teach Dostoevsky, Dante, Shakespeare. And so, as an 8-year-old spending time with Carl, I would be reading Shakespeare. I would be reading the Dante. I'd be reading Dostoevsky. And so Dante, very Divine Comedy, very interesting. Shakespeare, very interesting as well. But for me, the one that stuck with me for years, I keep going back to, that is so powerful every time I read it, is Dostoevsky. And particularly, Brother Karamazov's fucking, pardon the language, is incredible. But The Idiot is the one I personally relate to the most, and it's a beautiful, beautiful book. A little bit hard at times. Strongly recommend you read it. But I find, might be losing my mind. There we go, lose my draw. But I find that besides those things, like a cigar is also incredibly beneficial because I'm forcing myself to slow down. And so I find myself reading more. I find myself writing more. I'm OCD, so I write too much. But a cigar is a very beneficial tool to help put me in my place and force me to slow down so I can speed up, if that makes sense. And just savor the little things and enjoy it. So if you're considering trying a cigar or a pipe, I recommend you do. And the way you do it is just, if you have a friend, go to a friend who recommends something to you. I generally recommend you start mild, but everyone's a little bit different. But also, if you don't have a friend that interests you, I would recommend find your local cigar lounge in your town. Go there and say, hey, I'm new, and what do you recommend? I find this interesting. And so I have an amazing cigar lounge I go to in town where the gentlemen run it incredibly knowledgeable and so helpful. And I've learned so much more about cigars and their process, everything else. So, like, their business model of trying to create the cigar experience, they did a great job of that. Very impressed. But if you want to try cigars, I recommend you do. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, but this is something where I say gentlemanly advice that I really find myself coming back to really, really loving. That and maybe, that and coffee, but I'm realizing with age, for my sake, and also the sake of everyone around me, because I too much, I'm going to minimize my caffeine intake. But anyway, what's a good cigar? What do you recommend? What does cigars mean to you? Why are they special to you? Also, good book recommendations. I'm currently reading through Fyodor Dostoevsky's The Idiot, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's a read. Damn powerful, too. Damn powerful. I'm a Christian. I do swear on occasion. That is wrong of me to do. That is a sin, but I am a Christian. Powerful Christian author. And if you're not Christian, that's fine as well. I respect your beliefs and everything else, but that's my beliefs. I try to be candid with you guys. But strongly recommend you read Dostoevsky if you have the opportunity to do so. Anyway, I love you all. Have the best of your life. Thank you for being with me. All right, adios amigos. Bye-bye.